Underneath your home button are our side swipe tools. Now when tapped, this will expand and open up a sub-menu of options and tools. So we'll explore these going from right to left. First up in your tools bar is your overlay annotation tool. Now this is one of the newest, most exciting features of the Gen 3 model because it will allow you to make and mark annotations on top of other programs, applications, websites, and even live video. So simply tap that overlay annotation tool to begin overlay annotations. You'll notice the annotation toolbar will generate at the bottom, and right away you can begin marking and making annotations anywhere on the plane of view. So to further understand the desktop annotation marker, we'll take a quick tour through the features and tools that pop up on that annotation toolbar. We'll go from left to right. So at the farthest left, the picture with a paper and a pencil is going to be your main pencil tool icon controls. So when tapped, this will generate a pop-up menu that will allow you to cycle through different colors for your current paintbrush. You can also adjust the stroke size with the slider here, and you'll get a nice preview menu of what the annotation is going to look like directly above the slider. Now you'll notice there is no input or button for the eraser, and that is because another additional feature that we've added with this new generation of model is gesture erase controls. So when you're ready to make an eraser, just simply make a blade palm with the palm of your hand and swipe and make contact with the screen the area that you wish to erase, and it will naturally make those erasers, allowing you to flow seamlessly between marking annotations and making quick eraser adjustments. Inside the paintbrush settings, you can adjust the eraser size. So if you need to make the eraser smaller to accommodate smaller hands, or if you'd like to erase a more fine area of view, you can adjust that eraser slider under your paintbrush settings icon. Next to the paintbrush settings, we have our undo and redo button. These will allow you to cycle through changes and annotations that you make really quickly on the fly. So if I mark an annotation on my field and I want to undo those strokes, I can cycle through multiple iterations of actions that I've taken, and using the redo button, I can cycle back forward through those. So this will hopefully open up seamless editing and revision on the fly when you're in front of your student or audience. Next to the redo button is our clear all icon. It's indicated by a piece of paper with a broom icon sweeping. When tapped, this will activate a confirmation page reminding you that when you use the clear all feature, it clears those annotations completely from the memory, so you won't be able to tap the undo button and undo that annotation. So it gives you a nice warning saying that the clearing is irrevocable after clearing. You can either cancel that or confirm that, and it will clear all of the annotations that you have on your page, giving you a nice fresh canvas to continue marking annotations. Next to the clear all icon, located at the center of our annotation toolbar, the minimize options, an arrow pointing down with an outlined circle around it. When tapped, this will reduce your annotation overlay menu, freeing up more space on the field of view for marking and making annotations. To restore that bar, simply tap the gray arrow pointing up to reappear or regenerate that toolbar at the bottom of your screen. Next to the reduction button is our save icon indicated with the save symbol. When you have annotations on your screen that you're ready to save and archive for later reference, simply tap that save icon and you will be given the following options. You can immediately choose to rename the file, and it's indicated at the top there, so that'll help you keep your files organized. And then you can also decide where you would like that image to be saved, either locally or saving it directly to a USB flash drive. We'll talk more about connecting USB flash drives and external storage later on in our video. Once you've decided your destination and file name, simply tap OK, and that file will automatically be saved and stored under your ES File Manager. Another feature that we'll cover in detail is accessing those files that you've created and stored. Next to our save icon is our image insert icon. This will allow you to insert images onto your annotation field. So when tapped, this will begin the process of asking you where you would like to import that picture from, either internal storage, or perhaps you might have an external flash drive connected that you'd like to pull documents and images from. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a random whiteboard screenshot that I previously saved. It's not terribly exciting, but it will give me a preview of that image. I can then use pinch to zoom controls, 2 points of contact, to pinch and zoom in on that image, rotate that image, reduce it, or simply use one finger to slide it to the desired area of the field of view. And from here, I can either delete that image altogether by selecting the X icon, or once I know where I want my image oriented, I can select the white check symbol to paste that annotation in its desired location. Now, once this annotation image is pasted, it cannot be edited and resized or adjusted. So if you notice that you need to make an adjustment to an image that's been pasted, simply use your gesture controls to erase that image and then reinsert it at the proper size and orientation. And next to our image insert icon is our cropping tool. When selected, it will open up a cropping window, and you'll notice points of contact around the perimeter of that cropping window. Any of those points of contact can be dragged to expand or collapse your cropping field of view. And finally, next to our cropping tool, we have a shortcut route to our whiteboarding application. So when tapped, this will launch you into the full whiteboarding app if you desire to have a full whiteboard canvas for your annotations. So even if you're web browsing and making annotations, or inside of an application and making annotation, at any point you can tap that whiteboard app icon to launch the full whiteboarding application. We'll cover the whiteboarding app in more detail in a later section. But at any point when you're ready to return to your home screen, you'll notice that at the bottom left corner there is a door exit symbol. Tapping that door exit symbol will prompt an exit confirmation screen for you to determine whether or not you'd like to save your content before exiting out. Right now we're not going to save. And this will return you to your home page. Similarly, when you're making your annotations and you're using your overlay annotation tool, once you've decided you're done making those annotations, at any point you can remove this annotation tool by selecting the same back icon. You will get the same exit prompt confirmation. We don't need to save these annotations now, and then you'll be back on your home screen. So that is our desktop annotation tool.